It's a bit of a rainy day here. I started editing this video days ago, so I thought it would be a good idea to finish it. And figured I'd set up the camera and talk about that idea of the positive comments. I really don't mind if the comments are too positive. What I don't like are is the concept that some people seem to have of this idea of constructive criticism, where they can, point out what they think are the problems with what you've done, and they think that they're actually helping you. And my problem with that is that I don't think that, I didn't actually have an opinion on it before I started doing this several years ago, but soon after I started doing it, I quickly developed the opinion that there is no such thing as constructive criticism. Criticism can only do damage, basically. And it does damage in a kind of a subtle way for some people. They say, well, you need thick skin for this type of thing if you're going to be putting stuff out for the public. But it doesn't matter how thick your skin is. If someone says something hurtful to you, it does actually do some damage on one level. It doesn't have to be significant. And, some people simply can't take any criticism whatsoever, and they stop immediately doing what they're doing. Like, they don't show any more projects. But, if you get constant criticism from people, it kind of wears you down. And the criticisms that you might be up against are ones that possibly are out of your control. So there's not a whole lot you can do about it, but you're still constantly being criticized for it. I think the real value in honest comments would be if the person takes the time to consider the fact that, first of all, the project that they're watching is already finished. So if you look at it, the totally negative way, the damage is already done. So you're not going to be able to undo that. The only thing that, the only thing possibly constructive that could come out of that is to, say, point out something that may not be apparent to the person doing it. And if it immediately pops into your head, okay, I'm going to give you a good example here. If you're like a newcomer to woodworking and you watched a video last week and somebody used pocket holes, screws, and that was new to you, that's not new to the rest of us. We don't need that pointed out as an option for joining parts together. We already know about the pocket hole concept. It's like old news to us. So here's the thing. I mean, if it pops into your head and you're relatively new to the subject, then you should be saying to yourself, how obvious is this, and should I really be saying it? Because, if it's obvious to the person that's just starting out, then it has to be very obvious to the person who has quite a number of years in.